What's going on, y'all? It's your goddess VJB. Welcome back to my channel, and I have something so yummy for you today. But before we get into that, make sure you click that subscribe button and make sure you don't miss anything that I have coming up, because I got some cool stuff coming up for you. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get into this. Alright, so what I have for you today is one of my favorite facial recipes, which is a coconut sugar facial scrub. I love this recipe so much because I love the way it makes my skin feel. It's so smooth afterwards, and it's not really harsh on the skin. Now, even though this recipe is really awesome and leaves your skin popping, it only has 3 ingredients and it's not really hard to make. As you can see, the first ingredient is here, which is 100% lemon juice. I love using this one that is not made from concentrate. Now, lemon juice is really good for your pores as a cleanser and a really great natural toner. The next ingredient that you see here is coconut oil. Now, we know all the great awesome things about coconut oil, and I love using it in this sugar scrub because it's light and it's not really heavy or greasy. Now, the last ingredient that I'm using is actually coconut sugar. Now, I use coconut sugar over regular sugar because it's not as coarse, and I find that it's not as harsh when using it as an exfoliant for the skin. So I already have my lemon juice and my coconut oil mixed together in this cup already. I'm using a tablespoon today because I wanted to double my portion size, because I also will be using this for a body scrub later on. But the actual scoop amounts would still be the same. So even though I'm using a tablespoon in this video, usually I use just a regular teaspoon, and it's usually 2 teaspoons of lemon juice, 1 full scoop of the coconut oil, and then 3 scoops of the coconut sugar. And sometimes I have to add a little bit more just to make sure it gets to that really thick, grainy consistency that you see here in this video. So before I actually apply my sugar scrub to my face, the first thing I do is cleanse my face, my skin, and I do that using my favorite ingredient, which is baking soda. So I've showed you this, guys, before, so that's why I didn't show you how I actually mix it or what do I do to it before applying it to my face. But basically what I do is just take a handful of baking soda, moisten it with water to make a really thick paste, apply it to my face, and then just smooth it all over my skin. Me personally, I rub it and I pay a lot of attention to my areas on my face that usually are problem spots for me. So I suggest you could do the same thing. I'm not rubbing really hard, even though it kind of looks like it in the video, but I definitely pay attention to those areas, and I also get my lips to make sure that I exfoliate or cleanse those as well very well, and then I rinse it off. Now that I have cleansed my skin using the baking soda paste, I am ready for my sugar scrub. So for this portion, I'm using my hands again and just keeping it very simple. I scoop it up and distribute it all over my face, as well as making sure that it's very evenly distributed all over my face. After it is fully distributed, I then take the spongy part of my fingers and then just smooth the surface of my skin, making sure I get all areas of my skin, but then also making sure I give special attention to my problem areas, which for me is around my nose, my lips, and around my mouth, and the middle or center part of my forehead. So I would suggest you do the same thing. I'm sure you know your problem areas. And I took a minute to taste it, which it tasted pretty good. Yeah, not something I would may not have for dessert, but it's a plus. So I just go over my face one more time and I am ready to wash it off. So now that I have washed off the sugar scrub, I definitely can feel a difference in my skin and just a little natural glow. And that is because of the coconut oil. And I just love the way my skin feels. Being that my skin has been pretty dry lately, even though it's the summertime, I'm going to just give myself just a small, tiny dab of avocado oil. That's what I usually use on my face. That's the amount that I use, not a lot. This is what I usually use on my face as a moisturizer, because it's really, really light. I love coconut oil, but once I discovered avocado oil, I 100% switched over as far as just using it only on my face, and coconut oil basically on everything else. So here I'm just rubbing it in. As you can tell, it's not greasy at all. It's just glistening. As you can see, I'm very, very happy with the results. And I refer to the shower because I'm about to actually get in the shower and do this body scrub using the remainder amount. So as you can see, I'm very happy. Hope you try it. Let me know if you do. See you next time. And as always, keep grinding, keep it positive, keep it moving. VJB out.